Hey there, folks, and welcome to WSCT. Today is a wonderful day. And why is that, you might ask? Well, the sun is shining, the temperature is in the low 70s, and we're making pizza. Alright, so since this is a quick and easy way to make deep dish, pre-made dough is the way to go. I'm using Trader Joe's dough here, but really any will do. Now, you're going to want to get a couple tablespoons of olive oil in your cast iron and then start by kind of massaging your dough around the pan. By the end, it won't be out to the edges, but you'll be pretty close, and then we're going to set that aside and let it sit at room temperature for a bit. So while the dough is set aside, we're going to crack open a can of whole peeled tomatoes and strain a good bit of that liquid out while simultaneously using our fingers to crush those bad boys up.
Oh yeah, it smells so good.
Now, I'm a bit of a basil freak, as you can tell, so I'm adding a solid amount of freshly chopped basil to my sauce here. Feel free to add less. So what happens next here is a solid lesson to any young folks that may be watching. And that lesson is don't be an idiot. Also, that is now 2 items dropped in camera in 2 weeks. Go check out the potato video from last week if you haven't already. Also, if you made it this far, why not hit that like button and consider subscribing? It helps us out a ton. Now, the same basil rules apply for garlic. I once again am a freak for garlic, so I'm adding a hefty amount here. If you are less into having your breath repel people from your vicinity and more into normalcy, feel free to add less garlic to your sauce here. Once we've gotten our basil, tomatoes, and garlic acquainted in the bowl, it's time to make this a real party by adding a little salt, some pepper, and some crushed red pepper. Also, optionally, some dried oregano, or if you've got it, some fresh oregano. And let's make sure everyone gets to know each other on a first-name basis in the bowl here, after which we'll be bringing back the dough and trying our best to coax the dough up the sides of the walls of the skillet. Forming that lip is what will really be holding all the toppings inside. It's basically like a pie, a pizza pie. It's a pizza pie. Now, to stuff our pie, I got some sliced mozzarella and sliced provolone. I've tried making this with fresh mozzarella, which is what I definitely prefer to do, but it's just so wet that sometimes the crust will end up soggy and it's kind of unpredictable, so I think sliced is your best bet. Again, totally optional here, but I'm laying down a layer of pepperoni followed up by our less optional tomato sauce, which is looking almost like a bit of a salsa. Now, to top this bad boy off and really just kick it into overdrive, you want to add a generous layer of grated Parmesan followed up by a mild drizzling of olive oil. After that, we're going to pop it into a 400-degree oven, where we will let it cook for 25 to 30 minutes. At around minute 15, go ahead and rotate the pizza around so you can get that heat dispersed nice and evenly throughout the whole pizza. Every oven is different, so I always say when baking anything to check more often than not and just make sure nothing crazy is happening in there. But as you can see for our in-house chef, he did a phenomenal job with the timing, and this pizza is done. Now, it definitely never hurts to give a little ring around the rosy before the dismount, and he sticks the landing. I gotta say, this was a really fun one to make, in all honesty. It's just so easy and doesn't take a whole lot of effort, really, to make.
Oh yeah. See that? Oh my gosh.
Also, would you relax over there? I feel like this guy is way too into this pizza right now. Although I will say it's not for nothing, because this turned out really dang good. And I know what you're probably wondering, what's the score? Well, if I had to rate it, I'd say it's probably around a 7.6. Not the best pizza in the universe, but it is definitely worthy of making and eating again. And now for some wise words from our critically acclaimed in-house chef.
That's some really good pizza.
Well, you heard it, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and may your pizza ever be tasty.